What's going on YouTube? It's your boy FVC Scars back here with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the week 6 challenges in Fortnite Battle Royale. Okay, so these challenges are pretty simple. They're basically, we have a couple of new challenges. Like one new challenge is like, basically we haven't seen it since last season. But just a disclaimer that these challenges can change at any time. And I'm actually recording this on a Wednesday before the challenges come out. And this will maybe be posted on Thursday, but maybe be posted on Wednesday at the same time. It's just 50-50. And so, if you didn't see my last video, go ahead and check that out. It's on the week 5 challenges. And yeah, alright, so the first challenge is going to be a stage challenge. We're starting off with the free challenges, which you don't have to have the battle pass for. But I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching this is going to have the battle pass, so it doesn't really apply. But yeah. So the first challenge is a stage challenge, which if you haven't seen my last video, go check that out. I stated that these are becoming pretty frequent and common in the challenge guides, or in the challenges for all the weeks in the seasons. But yeah, so we've seen this challenge before. It's the deal damage challenge with with a different weapon type. So for this challenge, or for this stage, stage 1 is going to be to deal damage with SMGs to opponents. And my tip for this, and you're gonna have to do 200 damage for this, and that's with the regular SMG or a P90, which I think you would probably find the regular SMG better, or like more frequent. So I would go ahead and use that. But if you get a P90, that's great. And you do not want to do regular modes for this. What you actually want to do is go into Disco Domination if that's still out. And you want to just go in there, get a submachine gun, and just start. Since this is a respawn mode, it's going to be pretty easy to get the damage. But yeah, you have to do 200 damage with the SMGs, and my tip is to go into Disco Domination. And the second stage to this is to deal damage with ARs, and that's going to be 200 damage also. And if I'm not mistaken, all of these are 200 damage. But yeah, that's equivalent to 2 kills with a person with full health. But yeah, this is with the SCAR, the regular AR, or the FAMAS, or the heavy AR, whatever you feel most comfortable with, you can use those. But my tip for this is basically the same thing as last time, is to go to Disco Domination, which is a respawn mode, which would be really easy to get the damage and kills. But so yeah, and then the stage 3, this one's gonna be probably the most challenging for most people. But this challenge, or the stage 3 challenge is, or the stage 3 for this challenge is going to be to deal damage with grenades, clingers, or stick bombs. And you're also going to have to do 200 damage with these, which, like I said, is basically equivalent to 2 kills with full health, with opponents to full health. But for this challenge, the same thing applies. I recommend you go into Disco Domination if that's LTM still out, because since it's a respawn mode, or any respawn mode that's out right now, as when you're watching this, I'll just go ahead and go into that. If there's not a respawn mode, just try to play it regularly, but that's going to be a little more challenging than Disco Domination since you have the respawn mechanic in it. But like I said, this is 200 damage with clinger, stink bombs. Or I would suggest using stink bombs because, that's just my preference, because it covers more of an area and it doesn't take long or it's immediately open and it doesn't take that much to fire. So yeah, that would be my personal preference, is to use stink bombs. And that would be my tip to you, is which would be the easiest, is to use stink bombs. So yeah. So that's all the stages for that challenge. which is the state or the deal damage challenge. So the next challenge is going to be to deal damage with different weapons in a single match. And this is going to be different types of weapons, and we actually do not know how many different types of weapons you're going to have to deal this with. But my suggestion to you is to go into Disco Domination, get all the different types of weapons that are on this challenge when these challenges come out, and go ahead and just use those to deal the damage. But remember, you don't have to deal a set amount of damage. You just have to deal any damage. So I would just get one shot. Like the pump SMG, I would just go ahead and use the pump in SMG meta, or not really anymore, but the pump deagle meta would be the most good, would be the best, and snipers and ARs would probably be the best. But it all depends on what type of weapons they use for these challenges, and you can find that out when the challenges come out. But yeah, my tip for this is to just go ahead and go into Disco Domination, and go ahead and just do that there. And then the third challenge is going to be to eliminate opponents in Lucky Landing or Tilted Towers. Now this challenge is not really going to be hard. My tip would be not to go into squads or duos, because you would have to knock an opponent in there. My tip would be to go into solos. So solos is a really good mode because you don't have them knocked. You would just kill them if you shot them enough or took their damage out. You would just kill them. They wouldn't be knocked. So yeah, and you have to get 3 kills for this, which I think is, like, for the average player, it wouldn't be that hard. But for people who are having trouble getting kills, I would go to the first place to land and just, like, camp with a shotgun or something and just hope for the best. And remember, this doesn't have to be in a single match, so it can be around different matches. So I would just go ahead and try to kill as many people as you can in each location. And yeah, you have to get 3, which isn't too hard for the average player. But if, like I said, if you're having trouble, it would be like pretty hard for you. So yeah, so that's that. And then that's gonna finish up the free challenges, which you don't need the battle pass for. These are, or the next challenges are the battle pass challenge, which you have to pay or which you have to have the battle pass for. I'm pretty sure most people have the battle pass, so this doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you don't have the battle pass, I would just stick around for the gameplay. But if you do, then just listen up, because this is going to be your challenges. For the battle pass challenge, the number 4, or the 4th challenge, which is going to be the first battle pass challenge, is going to be to search a ammo box in different name locations. Now this, we actually don't know how many name locations you're gonna have to search the ammo box in. So I would just go ahead and go look at your challenges, see how many locations, and just go into Disco Domination and just go ahead and just travel around the map and go ahead and just search an ammo box if you can. Where unpopulated parts, because I would just take a plane if there's one spawning, because I know they decrease the spawn rate in the new patch. But yeah. So, yeah, that's that challenge. But the next challenge is going to be to search chili gnomes. Now this is a new challenge, but it's not really. It's similar to I believe it was in season 4, a challenge that we had, which is search hungry gnomes. And it's pretty similar to this, and I mean, it's pretty simple, but the thing is that we don't know how many you're gonna have to search or where they are. So if I were you, I would go on to YouTube or a website or somewhere like a news article to check where those gnome locations are, because we currently, as the time I'm recording this, do not have the location for the gnomes. So that's going to be it for that challenge. And so the next challenge we're going to have, let me just flip my notes here, is going to be this is a new challenge which involves the ice puck as a toy. But You unlock the ice puck at the 28th tier, I believe it is, in Season 7 Battle Pass. So, yeah. So I would just go ahead, or I mean, they could add another ice puck, but in my opinion, this would be the best way to go. So, uh, so for this ice puck challenge, it's the pretty similar to the basketball challenge we had in season 5, I believe it was, where you had to slide an ice puck over 150 meters in a single throw. Now, what this means is that if it's similar to a basketball, how you throw it, but it's gonna be an ice puck, but you have to travel. It has to travel 150 meters in a single throw, which I mean, if you get the right place, which I'm gonna tell you a great place for this, if possible, you can land here. I would go ahead and equip the ice puck as an emote before you go into the challenge, and go ahead and use this. So, for this, the best location to go would actually be, the where Greasy used to be, the frozen lake. That's gonna be a great location to slide it, because that's a very large lake and it's pretty empty. So the ice puck would have a lot of room to travel. So I would just go ahead and do that for that challenge. But I mean, if you want to do it somewhere else, or if it's not possible to land the frozen lake, I wouldn't do that. So yeah. And this is going to be the last challenge, which is going to be also a stage challenge. This is the second stage challenge we had, which is going to be the visit different name locations in a single match. And these are going to be one of your harder challenges to complete. But, I mean, if you have a plane, I would think they would be okay. But, yeah. So, there's 3 stages to this. And the first stage is going to be visit Polar Peak and Tilted Towers in a single match, which my suggestion to you would be to go to Polar Peak and go ahead and get the plane spawn that's close to there, and go ahead and make your way to Tilted Towers and just land there, because you're gonna have to visit, which you could glide over it. I believe you don't have to land, but you could glide over it, and I'm pretty sure it would count. But in fact, yeah, that would count. You just have to glide over the location. So, yeah, that's the first stage, but the second stage is going to be visit Lucky Landing and Retail Row in a single match, which, like I said, Retail Row, it has actually a spawn or a plane spawn location near there, so I would just go ahead and visit there, or glide over it, because that would also count, but I would go ahead and glide over it, go to that plane spawn, and go ahead and go to another thing. But the stage 3 challenges are going to be visit Lazy Links and Shifty Shafts. And like I said, the same thing, just go ahead and search that up. Or go ahead and get a plane. So, alright guys, sorry, but I didn't get to finish my outro in that clip because there wasn't enough time. But I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, or the Disco Domination gameplay in the background. And go ahead and follow my Twitch and my Twitter, which would be in the description. It's going to be linked in the description down below. So that's going to be FVC underscore Scaris, the same as my YouTube. And just go ahead and follow. I will be streaming over there soon. And go ahead and follow my Twitter at same FVC Scaris. And I will be making an Instagram soon. So yeah, if y'all could just go ahead and follow those, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, see you guys. Bye.